Are you going to share a? I can share the PPT.
So I'll be sharing, sir.
Okay, okay, okay. Good afternoon to all of you. I'm Dr. Lakshmikant Pandey, Head Department of Biotechnology, St. Aloysius College, Jabalpur. So today I'm going to talk on the topic innovative teaching methods. So first question which comes in our mind, that why innovation needed in teaching methods? So this is a very basic and very important question. Why innovation is needed in teaching methods? So I would like to quote Charles Darwin, what he said: "It is not the strongest of the species that survives, nor the most intelligent that survives. It is the one that is most adaptable to change can survive." Now, what does it mean? So, in most industries, the catalyst of change is innovation. Means there are lots of things happening in every field, but what you need to do some sort of changes in that particular methods or the scenario. So because of that, we can adapt according to the demand of the coming or the going generations. Same thing in field of education, because if you if you look at the education scenario, education system of today's era, you can see we cannot depend upon the conventional method of teaching, which is known as the chalk and talk methods. So that's why it is very important, if you want to survive, you want to grow in the in this era, in this era of competition. So innovation is very important. So innovation basically in education helps to prepare students for a dynamic workplace by providing them an opportunity, and because of that, they can develop the skills such as critical thinking, creativity, adaptability, and resilience. And because of that, we are able to prepare the students for the challenges which we have in this particular 21st century. Okay, next, please change. No. So what is the main problem for today's teaching and learning methodology? So what I think that main problem is to maintain the interest of students for the teaching, because nowadays, if we are using only the traditional instruction methods, which is known as the chalk and talk methods or blackboard method, so we are not able to make students students we are not we can nowadays we cannot confine the students within a four wall of the classroom. If you want to really inculcate some sort of skills because of which he can get success in the life, so for that you needs to do some important innovations in the teaching methods. So what are those teaching methods? Teaching methods, there are different kind of teaching methods. And why teaching methods are important, or you can say why innovative teaching methods are important, because teaching innovative teaching methods, as I written over here, that it refers to the approaches, strategies, and techniques that go beyond the traditional instructional practices. Which I told you that normal chalk and talk or the blackboard methods, you need to design the curriculum in such a way or give the curriculum among the students to the students in such a way that different kinds of skills you are able to develop among the students, like critical thinking, problem solving skills, collaborative working means because if the person is going for a job in certain companies, in certain industries, so he needs to work as a team. So collaborative skills is very important. Same thing, creativity and adaptability. As I said, according to Darwin, it is not the intelligent, or it is not the strongest how you are. The thing is that how adaptable you are in the new environment. So if you look at the why innovation is needed in the teaching methods, and because of the answer is because of these kind of skills if you want to develop among the students. So that's why the innovation is very important in the teaching methods. So basically uh, the innovative teaching methods basically responsible or needed to prepare students for the demands and challenges of the modern world. Because as I said, the the era is changing nowadays. The requirement of the different companies and the different employed are very much different. It is changing day by day gradually. So to make students to survive in such a competitive era, it is very important to create some sort of innovation in the teaching methodology. So teaching method is not only to give knowledge or the information to the students. It is really beyond those things which earlier people used to think, used to say. It is not only the knowledge serving, knowledge giving. It is more than that, like different kind of skills you need to create, inculcate among the students. Change. Okay, as I said you, why the innovation is required. So there are different kind of questions you can ask or you can see around there. Like the first is diverse students needs. There are different time as to different if you look in the class, there are different type of students. Some are weak, some are strong. So to cater to give to means understand the topic among different type of students. So it is needed, we need to we need to have some sort of innovation in the teaching. Because of that, then only we can cater all the different graded or the different criteria of the students, and they can understand the topic very well. Nowadays the technological advancement, so the advancement of technology is there in every field. It is not only in some IT sector, but you can see the technology advancement is there in every field. Same thing in case of the in case of education industries also. So because of that, integration of technology enhance learning experience and prepare students for the digital age. That's why the innovation in the teaching is very important. Future preparedness, you are going to prepare the students for the future challenges and the future requirements. So because of that, there are different kind of skills are needed among the students, and then only the students can survive in this in this era of competition. Next is globalization and the multicurricularism. Now you can see the means you cannot say that I am only belonging to a particular area, particular region, and then I'm not going to affected by the other reasons. As you can see, the students of let's suppose the students of Jabalpur is definitely going to affected by the other area, other part of the country, and other countries also. So the globalization and the multiculturalism is very important, and because of that, there is a need of innovation in the teaching methods. Evolving workforce requirements, engaging learners. So the different kind of questions asked, and because of to sort of those problems, those requirements, the innovation in teaching very important. So these are some questions generally asked nowadays, and so to answer, to cater, to tackle those questions, to those requirements, it is really very important to create some sort of changes which because of those changes we are going to enhance the teaching methodology. This is called the innovation in teaching methods required. Change. So now we look at the what are the different ways or the different methods by which we can create innovation, or you can say we can develop a different kind of skills among the students, or we can prepare the students for this 21st era, so this particular generation, because students are gradually evolving the same time. So in that way, the teacher needs to get evolved, as well as the different methodology of teachings needs to be added in your way of teaching, how you're going to teach, how you're going to deliver the knowledge among the students. So because of that, there are different methodology used, which is known as the innovative teaching methods. So now in coming slides, I'm going to explain what are those methods which can be used to create or to do the innovation in the teaching methodology. So the first very important methods, I'm not going in depth about all the teaching methodology. I'm going to talk about some few examples which are very important in depth, and some others I'm going to just give the superficial view of that particular teaching methodology, which is innovative in nature. So first and very important method is called the project-based learning. So now what happened, if you please back, project-based learning means what basically you are doing in this particular method. Just a minute. Okay. Actually, charging is the problem in my laptop. So just wait a minute. I'm just putting the charger in. Just a minute.
Excuse me, sir. This is the problem from my end, so you can continue with the presentation, sir.
Hello, what you said, ma'am?
This is the issue from my end, sir. I'll sort it out, sir. You
Okay,
can.
okay, okay, okay. I thought it's from my side. Okay, no issue. No. The message was pop up actually. Okay. So the project-based learning. Project-based learning means what you can do here. You just give a small problem in form of project to the students, and the students start collecting the data related to that particular problem. Say for example, I am giving one problem to the student, that you just go outside and see what are the different kind of microorganisms present in the water sample of nearby river. So because of that, so what we student will do, student is going to study first what are the different means to available to find out the microorganism present in the water bodies. And because of that, if you look at this particular methodology of teaching, so there are different kind of skills you are going to develop among the students. The first thing is that critical thinking means the student first look at the problem and start looking for what are the different kind of solutions available, or could be used to solve that particular project based problem. So because of that, you are going to enhance the critical thinking ability among the students. One thing you can also made over here, you just group the students, means you just make the group of students like 3 or 4 students, you just group it and give some sort of problem to them, to those group. And because of that, what will happen in project based learning, the main output of project based learning is that the students start working together. So this is called the teamwork. Students can understand how we can work in a team. So teamwork, critical thinking, and after going different kind of places, students will interact with the others. Like if he is going for the field work, he can interact with the different kind of person. So you are going to increase or you are going to inculcate the communication skills among the students. So this is a very good method, very good innovative method. It's called the project based learning, PBL method. And because of that, you are going to inculcate different kind of skills among the students. So it is not mere giving the knowledge to the student. It is very important to inculcate different kind of skills. And because of those skills, if you're going to incorporate those skills among the students become more adaptable to the coming generation, coming era, he can solve different kind of problems, and he can work in effective manner in different kind of companies where he is going to work, and he can perform better way. So because of this particular method, it's very important method. If you're using this method, you're going to inculcate different kind of skills among the students. So this is called the project based and very important method. Next, flipped class. It is also very good method. So it is actually this method is also known as inverting a classroom. Inverting a classroom, in this what is happening in this approach, the basically what we are doing, what teachers are doing, the teachers are means the course materials are introduced outside the class. Outside the class means you're not going to teach the you're not going to explain all the information in within a classroom. So you can say it is a off campus classroom. That means whatever the material you are going to teach to the students, you just provide him outside the classroom. And in class time, what you're going to do in class time is reproposed for inquiry, application, and assessment, in order to better meet the needs of the individual learning. So in flipped classroom is basically it has different benefits of the flipped classroom. So the first thing is that which is very important, that teachers spend very less time introducing the new topics. Like if I want to explain a very new topic which is very tough in a classroom, so you required lots of time. Means maybe you may take 3 or 4 classes for a single topic. But what you can do, you just give whatever you're going to teach in form of PDF or in form of PPT presentation. Before going to the class, you just give the students 2 or 3 days before. So students will go through those particular topics in advance, and because of that, the teachers will spend less time introducing the new topics. This is very first benefit of the flipped classroom. And because of this method, students develop an independent learning skills, because he's learning the topic by themselves before the classroom, and because of that, he can you are able to develop an independent learning skills among the students. And because of fifth classroom, students are able to build a deeper understanding about the topic, because he's giving some extra time for that particular topic, and because of that, you are able to build a deeper understanding of the topic for the students. So this is very important method, which is innovative teaching method other than the normal method, which is known as the chalk and talk method. It's very good method, flipped classroom. Next. Yeah, this is also a good method. It is very good for the small classes. Means the lowest level of classes, like gamification. So it is to inspire users to engage with content, especially those content which are not enjoyable. There are certain topics. There are topics which is very boring. So students are not going to enjoy it. So as I told you, the basic problem for today's teaching means older teaching method is that you need to create interest among the students for the topic. So if there are certain topics which is not interested or which is not enjoyable, so for that, what you can do, you can use the gaming methodology, and because of that, you can create interest among the students for the topic. And same thing, what you can do, you can set a certain task to complete, and after completion of those tasks, the students may be rewarded with the badges or the reward points. And because of that, you can plan certain certain type of gaming gaming methodology, and because of that, you can create interest among the students for the topic and for the other topics also. So this is called the gamification. It is also very important methods. Next. Okay, so inquiry based learning, it is very important, very good method. It is a student centered approach to learning that emphasizes critical thinking and the problem solving. Inquiry based learning is basically to emphasize or inculcate critical thinking ability, or you can say the problem solving ability among the students. In an inquiry based classroom, students actively ask questions, plan investigations, and conduct experiment, analyze data, and draw a conclusion. So inquiry based question, what is happening? We are giving us important question among the students, like why, what, certain kind of question you are just putting among the students, and the students uh, planning a particular kind of investigation to solve those particular problem. And if the question is related to the science, so he can plan certain kind of this is called the experiment, and because of those experiment he can solve those problem. So it is very much related to the project based learning. But here what is happening here, we are not giving a very vast project, very small questions we are giving to the students, and students are thinking about those problems and coming with the solution for that particular problem related to your topic, what you are going to teach in the classroom. So this is called the inquiry based learning. So this is very important innovative methods which you can employ in your classes. Next, technology integration. This is very important nowadays. As you can say, this is the digital era. Students are smarter than the teachers. Now you can see, you must be feeling that students are more smarter than the teachers in terms of technology, or in terms of gadgets usability, accessibility. So because of that, you should not stick, or you should not limit it to only on the blackboard teaching method. You need to advance yourself more techno friendly, more digital friendly. Like you should start using different kind of educational apps, online collaborative platforms, multimedia resources, like PPT presentation, a different kind of digital things are available. By using those digital things, we can engage the students. We can create some sort of critical thinking, creativity among the students. And because of those digital things, we can integrate those digital things in our teaching methodology, and make our teaching more student centric, and more you can say. And one more very important thing is that, because using the technology integration, we can cut down the time required to deliver the knowledge among the students. Because sometimes what happens, let's suppose I'm teaching the zoology, and I need to draw a diagram in the blackboard, and explain to the teachers, explain to the student. So what we can do, you just make the PowerPoint presentation, and because of that, you can save lots of time, and you can complete your curriculum in a very small period of time. And because of that, you can uh, apply different kind of teaching methodology, and because of that, different skills can be incorporated among the students. Because so it is not only completing the curriculum, you can use different sort of mean to incorporate different kind of skills among the students. Because if you're going for the project based learning, you're going to project based learning, some other sort of skills, if you're going to some sort of other sort of method you're going to incorporate, you need lots of time for those project based learning. So in that case, if you cuts out your normal teaching methods, you can save the time because of the integration of the technology for the normal teaching methods. And then you can use those times for creating some other skills among the students. Next, collaborative learning method, that is very important. As I said, if the students, after completing any degree and going for a job in certain places, so he needs to work in a collaboration. So he needs to be a team person. So this is very important. Collaborative learning, it is a situation in which two or more people learn or attempt to learn something together. Means it is not the individual learning methodology. Two or more people, means two persons are there, it may be 3, 4, 5, you just group in the person, and you give some sort of task to those groups, and because of that students learn how to work together, how to work in a team, and because of that you are able to inculcate the teamwork skills among the students. So by this students learn how to work cooperatively and support each other. This particular method also develops effective teamwork and the communication skills among themselves. So collaborative teaching learning pedagogy is very important to inculcate the cooperative working methods, and how the students can support themselves, and because of that you are going to create a very friendly environment among the students, and because of that you are going to create interest of the topic among the students. And if the students are interested in any kind of topic, any kind of learning method, so he enjoy those particular topic methods, and because of that you are going to disseminate the information in a very effective manner. Okay, this is called the collaborative learning method. Change. Okay, next is called the differentiated instruction method, or the learning method. So basically, differentiated instruction involves it is a process of tailoring lessons to meet each student's individual interest, needs, and the strength. Because as I told you, there are different kind of students in your classroom. So if I'm using one method to teach all the students, I'm not going to cater all the students, or I'm not going to give the knowledge or the information to each and individual students in a effective manner. So what you can do, you just uh, you just uh, uh, you just do the teaching in such a way that you just give choice to the students, or you can say the flexibility in learning to the students. So the whatever you are teaching the students, you need to give the choice depending upon the kind of person, kind of students. So by this, what you can do, you can easily, in an effective manner, give all the information, all the knowledge to among all the students in a very effective manner. So this is called the differentiated instruction, or the learning method. So in this, all the students have the same learning goal. The question is that I'm not going to give different goals to the student. The main thing is in this particular method is that the primary goal or the primary knowledge you are going to give among all the students is same for all. You're not going different goal to the different group of persons or different persons. The primary goal of your teaching is the same. So in this, all the students have the same learning goal, but the instructions varies based on student interest. You are just the instructions which you are going to give different students, it varies. Means the primary goal for all the students is the same, but the instruction varies based on students interest, preferences, and the strength and the strugglers. Yeah, because as I told you, there are different kind of students. So they have some are very good in the very good in one method, some are good in other methods. So depending upon the different kind of students strength, preference, interest, you are going to give different kind of instructions for the same learning goal. So this is called the differentiated instruction method. This is a very important method which can use to cater a different categories of students when you're going to teach in the class. Next. Now, mind mapping. So mind mapping is also a very good method. So in mind mapping, it is also known as brainstorming method. So a mind mapping actually, it is a here what we are doing, we are using the visual tools, and because of those visual tools, what you can do, or how effective these tools are. It mainly helps if you're uh, telling something to the students, just reciting something to the students. So it might be possible that students can remember 40 to 50% what you have told. And if you're writing something on the blackboard, so there are chances that student may recall 60 to 70%. But if you are using the visual tool, so because of that, the remembrance and the recall of the information get increased. So this is called the brainstorming or the mind mapping method. So in this method, we are using the visual tools, and because of that, we are going to help you remember and the recall information in a very effective manner. It also helps you to learn new concept. So because of the visual tools, you can also uh, promote or the support the students to learn the new concept. It makes complex ideas easier to understand. If you're teaching anything by using the visual map, visual tools, diagrammatic presentation, something like that. So because of that, what you are going to do, you just going to make any complex ideas in a very effective and very easy method. Student can understand those particular complex ideas. And same time, the visual mapping also boost your creativity among the students. So this is very important method, mind mapping. So it is mainly used for certain topics which are very tough, and students are not able to understand in a simple way. So for that, you can use the brainstorming. This is called the mind mapping methods to understand the topic in an effective manner. Next. Next. Okay. The next is called the experiential learning. Experiential learning. This is also very innovative methods uh, to teach to the students. Or so there are different kind of experiential learning methods. So one very important method is field trips. So field trips, let's suppose I am teaching any topic related to the biology, like I'm teaching and students how means how you can say the simple way, how the milk get processed. Let's suppose I'm teaching any milk processing topic related to the milk processing, like how pasteurization is done, how milk processing done, how curd making is done. So let's suppose these kind of practical topic I am going to teach to the students. So for that, what you can do, you can just plan a field trip in certain industry where students can can go through directly. Students will go in that particular industry and see themselves then how those things are going to made. Or he can also have some sort of hands-on experience on those particular things, how those things are going to made in the industry. So because of that, if you're teaching practical thing in the classes, so it is not by that particular method, students are not going to understand every process in an effective manner. But if the students is experiencing or doing by themselves or by seeing those particular things in a real way happening, so by that method, students can understand topic in a very effective manner. This is called the experiential learning. So field trips, one very important way by which students can experience the things, experience what is written in the book, and he's explaining themselves, and because of that, he can understand topic in a very effective manner. Second is like art projects. You are just giving some sort of projects related work, and he is going in certain gallery, art gallery, and there he is seeing everything in happening, and because of that, he can understand the topic in very well. Like science experiment, in case of science, if you're teaching a science, so there are different kind of uh, experiments are designed designed in the subject itself, and because of that, students are doing, means hands-on is given to the students, and because of, if the students is performing certain things by themselves, and because of that, students can understand the process and the topic in a very effective manner. And like internship programs, there are different kind of internship programs are available. If you look at the new education policy, you can see in if you look at the UG level course in the any education policy, you can see in every year there is an internship or the project or the field projects are there. And so why these kind of things are incorporated in the new education policy? The main thing is that this is also a very good, what you can say, innovative teaching methodology, because by internship or by performing the project or by doing the field trips, field visits, a student can experience the things themselves. If somebody is experiencing something, some science phenomena, some arts thing by themselves, so it is really very effective way to understand the topic in a very effective manner. So experiential learning is very important, and is very much emphasis has been given in on the experiential learning. If you look at the new education policy, that is very important thing. Next. Now, the blended learning. Blended learning means mixed learning. Mixed learning means offline as well as online. So nowadays, you can see this is also very effective manner. This is called the blended learning. As I can say you that in my department, I'm having a blog for the students. So what you can do, you can upload all the practical manuals and the PPTs, and what you're going to teach in all the 6 months in a semester. So all the information related to your teaching, you can upload on your blog or somewhere like Google Classroom. So from there, students can download those information, those PPTs, those PDF, those practical manual, and in advance, if students have all the learning materials, study materials, so you can study themselves before coming in the class, and because of that, you can Hello, am I audible?
Sir, so you're audible now, sir.
Okay. I thought network problem was there. Okay, so blended learning is very important nowadays. It's a very common phenomena. We are mixing the offline classes with the online classes. So it is an approach to of education in which traditional in-person classes are supplemented or supported with technology. See, as I told you, this is a digital era. You cannot say that I am not going to use the digital things in the teaching methodology. So blended learning is very important method to teach, to give the information among the students. So it's called the mixed learning. Next, please change. Okay, peer-to-peer learning. Peer-to-peer learning, it is also very effective method. Actually, it is a very student-centric method. What we are doing over here, it actually it occurs when students learn from one another, not from the teacher. So what happening over here, one, you're just making a group of two or more than two students, and students are learning themselves, one student teaching to the other student. So this is called the peer-to-peer learning. It is also a very good method. Means here the teacher is not involved directly for the teaching. What you are going to do, the students are learning with themselves. One student is teaching or giving information to the next student. So students see each other's so what happened with this particular method, student can see each other's perspective to help them progress. That means the communication skills among the students also increases. The students are learning how to work in a cooperative manner, how to work in a team, how to work in a supportive manner. So peer-to-peer learning method is very effective method, and because of that, uh, uh, helps to learn. Because of this method, students are learning the topic in a even more depth. Because if you tell the students, you're just going to explain this particular topic to this particular student. So what will happen if a student is going to explain, or he is given a task to explain any topic to his colleague? So what he will do, he will go to understand that particular topic in depth, in a proper manner. Then only he can explain the topic next one. So peer to peer learning is very important method. So one very important thing is that you can use the micro teaching methodology. Means you just give any students any topic to teach in a class itself. So if the students is going to teach any topic in the classes, so first of all, he's going to prepare the particular topic in a very effective manner. So because of if you're teaching others, helps us to learn a topic in a very in even more depth, in effective manner. So peer-to-peer learning method that means the students is learning from the other students, not from the teacher itself. Next, authentic assessment method. Actually, it allows students to actively participate in learning outcomes by demonstrating the skills which they have learned. So whatever the students learn from in the classroom, whatever topics he learned from the classroom, so the effective assessment is very important. Because if you're doing the any assessment in an effective manner, so what you can do, you can actively participate in learning outcomes by demonstrating the skills they have learned in the classes. So there are different kind of assessment method. If you're teaching in the class, and if you complete any topic, any portion of the class, so assessment is very important. So there are different kind of assessment, like you can go for the interviews, you can go for the uh, project writing work, or you can go with the writing an article for a newsletter or the newspaper. So there are different kind of assessment method which needs to be very authentic in the sense. So what authentic means, what I mean to say authentic over here, the assessment method which you're going to use for any students, it is very important to demonstrate the extract what kind of skills the persons learn from that particular portion. So the assessment of skill is very important. Because if he understand that if he acquired particular skills which you are going to inculcate among the students, then only he can use the knowledge which you have provided. Because only giving the knowledge is not important. Along with the knowledge, you are giving different kind of, you are going to uh, inculcate different kind of skills among the students. So whether those skills really inculcate among the students or not, so for that, assess that, authentic assessment is very important. So you can use different kind of methods like interviews, teacher created test, writing and articles for the newsletter, in the newspaper, poster for the scientific conferences. There are different kind of conference happening happening nowadays. So what you can do, you can tell the students, you just prepare a poster presentation on any specific topic, and you just go there and give the presentation. You can also ask the students to give the oral presentation in any kind of seminar or the webinar, or different kind of uh, things which are happening around the particular area. So by these methods, you really going to check whether the the kind of skill you want to inculcate among the students, whether it is really means the whatever you have taught to the students, it is really going to help the students to acquire those skills or not. So authentic assessment is very important. So different kind of methods you can use to assess the students. Next. Okay, mindfulness and meditation. Nowadays, students are filled with different kind of things among themselves. So different things other than teaching, like as you can see, means this is a digital era, so it has some good points, some bad points, and because of that, the student's mind is full of different kind of things. So meditation is very important. Like there are different kind of methods, like breathing exercise, meditation. This is also very important thing, and because of that, because of these teaching methods, you can reduce the stress. You can increase how students can give their 100% concentration for the learning environment. You can reduce the stress. So this is also very important, like meditation and mindfulness. Next, role playing and stimulation. This is also a good method you can use. It is normally used in the for the arts students. So role playing and the stimulations can also be like some kind of drama, something like that. You can use uh, to give any effect information in an effective manner by using the role playing and the simulation. Next, design thinking. Yeah, that is very important thing. Design thinking means the students are able to create some sort of product, because teaching is not only giving the knowledge among the students, it is not going to give the information, because everything is available nowadays on the Google. Student can type anything and he can come up with the answer. He can get all the knowledge from the Google. So this is very important. Design thinking means you are just uh, uh, inculcating some kind of idea, and because of those idea, the students are going to give some sort of prototyping means you are giving any specific problem to the students, and you are telling them you just come with the solution of those problem in form of product. So this is called the prototyping. So this is very important, very good method, very good innovative methods, design thinking. So by this method you can really means critical thinking ability you can inculcate among the students. So this is very good method. It's called the design thinking. Next, outdoor and environmental education, because this is very important. Means education need to understand how environment is important for themselves. In new education policy, there is one 4 credits have been given for the environmental education. So environmental education is very important. Means students should know that means why the environment is important for us, and without the environment we cannot sustain. To sustainable development, if we talk about the sustainable development, so it is very important to teach the students means importance of the environment. So the outdoor and the environmental education is also very important. It needs to be taught to the students to understand the sustainable development, because whatever we are having, it is not only for us. It is important to it needs to be available for the our upcoming generations, like 40 years, 100 years after that the generation is coming. It needs to be whatever we are having, it needs to be sustainable. It cannot be goes with us. So that's why the importance of environment is very important. So it needs to be incorporated in the teaching method. Next. Now, so I discuss all the different types of teaching methodology which we can use, which we can use to make students understand that not only the topic. Along with this, we are going to incorporate different kind of skills among the students, whether it is a critical thinking, problem solving skills, or working in a team, to understand the environment, learn from each other. Means whatever we are teaching, it needs to be teacher oriented. If you look at the older methodology, conventional methodology, which is known as the chalk and talk method, so those methods was the normally you can see that was the one-way teaching methodology, one-way teaching methodology. So nowadays it is very important to go with the student centric method. Means the engagement of the students, the involvement of the students in the teaching process is very important. Means if the students along with the teachers or also get involved in the process of teaching, process of education, so he can understand the topic, the he can understand the topic, the importance of the topic, the need of the topic, why we are teaching, why we are learning that particular topic, what are the importance. So because of that, he can understand those topic in a very effective manner, and because of that, we are able to inculcate different kind of skills which is needed for the students for today's 21st era. If you look at the today's era, there is very huge competition, very bulk competition, and to understand to compete in this particular era, we need to develop different kind of skills among the students. Then only he can survive locally, regionally, nationally, and the globally. So, so whatever methods I have discussed in this particular lecture, it is mainly to develop a different kind of skills, and because of that, he can solve the problem related to the 21st century. So this is all from my side, and I hope I was clear with the topic to all of you. Thank you. For any question, you can ask.